I grew up in the 80s in East Austin. I loved growing up in the 80s. It was a good time to be around. I remember growing up, my favorite thing in the world was celebrating my birthday because it was always Halloween themed and I was a different character or Disney character every year. I grew up in a divorced household and my parents always gave me the best childhood that they could, and really nothing prepared me for what was going to happen later in my life. As a teenager, I used art to mask my pain. My brother was a heroin addict, and my family was always fighting. My stepbrothers were always causing problems in my family's life, and I was my dad's only child. He married into the family, and the problems kind of just started to rise as we started all to get older. I would actually dig in the trash and try to find cereal boxes, anything I could to make art, and I would take it to my room and make all these little art projects. I moved out when I was 16. I just couldn't take the drama in my home anymore, and I finished high school and I kind of created my own life for myself, not having any support or anyone along the way to help me, and it really wasn't easy. I had little jobs here and there. I was cleaning toilets at a restaurant. Another year I was a grocery cart girl for a grocery store in Austin, and it wasn't until about my mid-20s did I say, you know what, I'm gonna pursue that photography hobby I had in high school. So I kind of did that. What led me into my photography career is I was actually diagnosed with cancer in 2008. I was diagnosed with lymphoma and only given a few months to live. I was in my late 20s and I went through quite a few chemo treatments and lost all my hair. When you're sitting in a hospital bed, you have a lot of time to think about a lot of things. Not just thinking, why me? Why did this happen to me? But also thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life if I make it out of here? I refused to be a statistic, and I was already planning my future in my hospital bed when I should have been planning my will. I didn't want to tell my dad right away about my cancer because I didn't want it to hurt him. Nobody wants to see their kid die before them, and I'll never forget when he saw me bald for the first time. We both cried and held each other for a long time. November 2008, I was diagnosed cancer-free, and I started to travel and I started to pursue my photography career. Life is really short and it's sad. It took something so traumatic to make me realize this. My favorite place to travel was Costa Rica and San Francisco. I had a really amazing experience and an eye-opening experience. When I started to pursue photography in 2009, I started to do weddings and headshots, and then in 2012 I started to intern for a fashion magazine in Austin, Texas. And that's kind of when things started to really start going really well for me. I was shooting huge events where celebrities were attending, and that opened the door for other opportunities, like being asked by Governor Greg Abbott's team to photograph the Texas inauguration in 2015. That also led to my opportunities like doing the grand openings for Kendra Scott. And really, these opportunities just kept opening the door for me, and I started to kind of say, hey, you know what? It's time to evolve into something more, and I decided to get into marketing. I thought marketing was a good fit for me because I was outgoing. I was computer savvy. I've been using Facebook since it first came out in 2004. I was already marketing myself pretty much the past 8 years, and I know that with my experience, I could be really, really good at something more than just photography. And when I was younger, I always wanted to be a creative director for an ad agency because I wanted to be the face behind all these amazing ads on TV. Today, I do marketing and advertising and PR. I never thought I would ever in my life be where I am today. And I'm a true believer that your values should evolve with the experiences that you have. And by me not playing victim and me embracing the negativity that I've been through since I was a little girl, I'm able to sit here today and say that life is not fair, but you have the power to change what happens to you, and I'm living proof of that.